a.m. and my supervisor was there as well. And because I was late, and so I went there, and then I still wearing my earphone. I because and because this seminar is hybrid, so when I was on the bus, I was still listening to the talks, so I didn't miss anything, and I don't feel guilty at all because I wake up a little bit late, and when I realized that I should go after I finished my breakfast, it's only 3 minutes to get out, but I haven't done a lot of things such as changing my pajamas into my working clothes and but getting all my computers into packed and then go outside, and then other things maybe I forget as well. Um, Also my morning poop. So I just get outside. So I just wait another hour to go to the campus. So makes me late because the bus from countryside to countryside is much less frequency, and it's about 1 hour once in an hour. So if I missed one, then I have to wait for another hour. And when I go to the university, my supervisor was sitting on a desk. So I just sit on the desk that close to my that's the same desk of my supervisors. And the man close to me is looks like a white man, and he's from Netherlands. I don't know him at all. I thought he might be a supervisor. He might be a professor in the university. So I quite nicely put my iPad on the desk and try, and because I was using that iPad re, at, take part in the meeting while I was on the bus. So I and my iPad is still using. So and and unfortunately the table, the big table that we are sitting in is quite far away from the middle from the screen. So and the organizer of the conference is quite stupid, although that is a very big meeting room, and although there are two screen two projectors but they only turn on one projector, so at the other one of it's a rectangular meeting room. So we just sit on the other side of the rectangle, so we have to look far away to look at the screen, but we can't see the screen at all. So it is better that if you take part in the meeting with your laptop, so you won't miss, so you can still you can read what is showing on the screen. And so I quite nicely to share my screen with a man besides me, and he is quite happy too. And then we after and then after the some people 5 minutes talk, about 10 people 5 minutes talk, then it is time for talking with your people in share the same table as you. So I talked with the Netherlands man I know, and he talked about what are you doing, and said that he's doing to help the disabled people to use robots. Then I think that is quite a boring work. Is because this is industry work. It is a very very sure thing to do. It's not a scientific research at all, and industry should do it. And I doubt it. Then I doubt that they can publish quality papers and research papers. But they said they can publish a lot of they can publish. And I see him publish very many papers, about 10 papers in these years. And then I asked who is your supervisor. He told me is that a woman supervisor, and then I realized that a woman supervisor is very difficult. So and what just makes me realize that makes me I have no interest to talk with him anymore. I think this must be a very stupid man, stupid person. but he is still interested to talk with me and talk one topic for another and add me LinkedIn and add me Teams and things and show me his reading his papers. And then I talked about where do you live, because I'm because he and oh, where are you from, and he told me he's from Netherlands. Oh, Netherlands. I just I don't know what Netherlands. I said that I have never been to Netherlands. What I know about Netherlands is what I learned from China. He said Netherlands used to be a very great country. They used to be the the travel man on the sea. Is like the uh, like the travel man on the sea. Yeah, that is what I said. And then but I don't know how to speak it in English. So Netherlands, I still feels like so strange. Then I suddenly realized that my boyfriend bought a pear that is grown in Netherlands. Then I told him that my boyfriend said that pear is made from Netherlands and is produced in Netherlands, so it must be very good quality. Must be very clean. If it's imported from another better country, then must be very good, very bad. Then it must be not so secure. So when my boyfriend say that the pear has some marks on, have some dents on it, and my boyfriend said that it is he's still very it's still clean, it is still hygiene to eat it. So I told him that what my boyfriend said, and he said that yes, and then he said Netherlands has a lot of greenhouses and grow a lot of vegetables like tomatoes, and so because these vegetables grow in the greenhouse, so it is not that good quality. It is not that delicious, but it is healthy. And then so he knows that I have a boyfriend, and then we talked then I talked about where do you live. He said he lived in the city center and he's lived in his own flat, about 1,000 pounds a flat. Then I said that is so cheap. It's in the city center. You don't share with anyone. To my surprise, that flat in the city center is 2 bedrooms. I'm so surprised because I used to live in a 30 minutes walk from the city center, and that 2 bedroom flat is 1,300 pounds per month, the rent. So he lives in the city center is cheaper than much cheaper than where I live. I can't believe it. And then he told me that he lived there. He used to live with his girlfriend there, and now he has been broken up with his girlfriend for 2 years. So it's so uh, and I said that, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You must be very sad. I said that it's not that anymore because it has been 2 years. And then I said that he said, where do you live? I thought I live in with my boyfriend. And then he suddenly don't want to talk with me anymore. I don't know what happened. Maybe at that time I was eating, and that the hamburger has so many juices, and the juices come into my hand. I just stick my hand. I don't know what is anything wrong with it. I don't know. Then maybe, and then suddenly he don't want to talk with me anymore. And then he said that he want to say hi to somebody, and then he go to that person, and when he comes back he still don't want to talk to me. He just talk to the other to the man that is on the other side of his body, and then talk to the Iran man. And then after talking to the Iran man, he still don't want to talk to me anymore. I just very surprised. I don't know what happened. Is it? I think I told him that I have a boyfriend before that. I talked about the pair, about my boyfriend talk about the pair, and then why he? Oh, it is because I told him that I move in with my boyfriend. Then he kind of don't want to talk with me anymore. Um, so I just don't understand. I kind of feel this. I think before before that, I feel that he is quite boring. I think he is not smart at all. He's kind of stupid and boring, and doing the research not interesting at all. And I have not interested that in talking with him at all. Now suddenly he don't want to talk with me anymore. So makes me very surprised. Although the result, although that at the end we both don't quite have any interest to talk with each other, but it's kind of comes too suddenly that I just surprised why he don't want to talk with me suddenly, and I just I don't understand, and then uh, and I think in the end I might have some interest to talk with him because I realized that he is from Netherlands. Before I asked where are you from, then I completely have no interest in. I think this person is very boring and doing stupid research. But when I ask where are you from, and then he's from Netherlands, and compared to those people who are from Iran, who are from India, and then I think this Netherlands man must be have more interesting things that I can talk about. So I kind of I try to try to ask him. I prepared to ask him more questions about the Netherlands, about everything that he thought about it. Then suddenly he don't want to talk with me anymore. um, and there's another interesting that happening is that Iran student because we eat the blue finger lunch. He took the sandwich the hamburger is in the middle of the hamburger is the fresh is the raw salmon, and because it's a raw because it's raw salmon and the raw fish, then this Muslim from Iran, he just don't eat it at all. Although he took two hamburgers, now it's all wasted. I feel so interesting. I don't understand why Muslim don't eat raw fish. It wanna kill him. Because it wanna kill me. Why he don't eat it? And the other interesting is that that Indian man. At first, that Indian man sit on the other side of me, and he looks quite kind of hostile to me. Although when I attempted to look at him, he just look posing on very hostile look at me. But when I talked very nice, friendly with this Netherlands guy, and that Indian boy, that Indian man, kind of show friendly to me and wanted to want to take part in our conversation and always smiling to us. um, and this is so interesting word. And then I hear the Indian man talked with this Iran man, and they talked about, do you have a family here? Do you live here alone? Yeah, they both of them live then alone. Then they would discuss about. They would say that, if you have a family, then you can't focus on your on your research. So it's good. So it's good. But if you have a family, but if you but now as you are single, then you people would say that if you are single, that it is not good at such an age. So things like they are just talk what they think. Not, I don't think it's not a thing. They are thinking. They are just a talk without any strength at all. And then I thought about I think I see some other people talking about um, uh, an assistant professor, the woman assistant professor. She cooperated with my British supervisor to use AI to do academic to do research to detect the diseases, all kinds of diseases. And this is really interesting. And when he introduced about his project, this is he like looks like he is so passionate. And when she talks, it's like she is always smiling, she's always laughing. Then I can feel her passion, but I can't hear her voice. So that is kind of a woman working as a researcher, kind of very very interesting. And I think they might be doing very good research, kind of very pure-hearted, but not good at a presentation. And maybe next time he will polish it. And at the end of the part of the seminar is six professors talking about how they become academia. And the first professor, I kind of my age, he talked about he have been worker in industry for several years, and then he come have some opportunity and to do some project, and then he can become now it becomes academia. And he said that he enjoys a lot by cycling in the canal to from through the canal to work. That is so interesting because I used to cycle that canal when I cycle the canal in the first 2 year first year or during my PhD, and I never see him at all, and he looks an older man. So I think it's kind of very very interesting. I think that people would always use a car when they are quite established. And he talked about his wife is quite a works in the in industry, and it's not and he said that if you like teamwork, if you like teamwork, it's good to work in industry. So and I don't like teamwork. I always like to work alone. So I don't think that I would like to go to industry. And I kind of detect that the man said that his wife work in industry in corporation is not so interest, not enjoying his not enjoying her job like he enjoying his job. And but I don't know. Maybe but my English is listening maybe not that good. But if why he at last he said that if you enjoy teamwork, then you should go to then you can go to industry. And and also the other man is another man is associate professor is talking about his how he becomes a an associate professor academia. And he said that he also get into industry and then go back to academia. And he said I don't know, he just said that uh, suggested that he when he want to, when he do things and make connections. And at that point it may seem trivial, but in the maybe in the long time, then you just pick up, oh well, oh, I have know you, then you can do the research. And so it makes so it talks about the importance of making random connections. And then maybe resource for your future, for the research for your future. And for your future researches. And also another man is from Italy. I used to think I think at the first time I think this is a very ugly guy, and he goes to research. He's from Italy. And he talks about he never have any big issues, just from Italy. And then University of Milan, and then go to university all kinds of and go to London, and then now go to our university. And no big issues. He talked about at first her undergraduate is physics, and then transform physics into mathematics. So always transform. And he talks about the importance of transform. Otherwise, because physics is not a good research this research field now. So he talked about the importance to transform your research field. And I kind of think that he is quite ugly. Looks like not so not so sunshine, not so strength. Looks like, but I think it is just to adjust myself to be here with all kinds of people. And also I at the end there are two young men. I think they must be younger than me. Two young men. They are newly assistant professor in the Malaysia campus, and they talked about one boy. I think he is quite young. He talked about he after he's had his undergraduate degree, he go to industry and work in the industry and not so happy in the industry, so he dropped out of his job, and then COVID comes and he can't find a job and lose job and out of job for a long time for some time. So and some people ask him, do you want to have a PhD? And then he prepared for the PhD and do the PhD. After finish the PhD, he become a professor, assistant professor, and doing and lecturing the undergraduate students and things that and it because it is a complete very new campus. So so he is making colleague with those people uh, lecturing him during his undergraduate. So he's quite excited about it. He talked about the doing research is more about um, doing doing always learning new things and try all that kind of things to make do better research. I think that why my PhD is not always learning new things. It's always I don't learning new things. I just criticize other people's work. So I think this young man's research is very different from my research. And there is another man is just at the same time as him, and that man looks not just two young men. That man is fancy. Another man looks like quite quite honesty. So and that man's talk everything very honestly, no fancy at all. But you can see this that is a um very genuine person. So you would feel you would trust him. But maybe he's an idiot, like a Chinese brainwashed idiot. But you can but you can trust him with that his heart. He wouldn't he wouldn't hurt you on purpose. And so I uh I after the meeting, I watched I just searched this person's names and then find that they have some report. There are some report about them, and they talked about they don't think that they can find a job or so with so much openness and and openness and to do everything that they are interested in, and so much openness and so much uh, utilize his own strengths and so make him so devoted and dedicated to as academia. So I just think that academia is really a very good job, especially I really wanted to do that. And I also in the morning there is a university leader talking about our university's strengths and weaknesses. Strengths is that our university have so many the majority of our research is world leading research, but the weaknesses is they lack in um, industry application, industry activation, and they wanted to get some professional grant writers. That is so surprising in the professional grant writers. I think if a person is very good at grant writing, he will become a supervisor. He will become a professor himself. Why they downgrade themselves to become a professional grant writer? I think it would be insulting to say someone, oh, you are just a professional grant writer, other than saying that oh, you are so doing so great research that you can get so much grants. And that is our university leader. That woman looks very strong. And I take her picture, takes her picture to send it to my boyfriend. When I take her picture, he just look away, don't want to me to take her picture. There is another woman. I also take her picture. She also looked away. That woman is talking about pension design, about a research on pension systems, and talking about is it making people to have lifetime jobs so then make the pension system sustainable because sustainable, and also talking about the climate change will how the climate change will affect the life expectancy and then thus if affect the pension system. So it's like feels like they want the people die and so the pension die early so the pension system can sustain. And also he she talked about a pension system, yeah, and up give and go and all kinds of things. So they're just all different uh, different aspect, but they just talk one aspect of this, try this and try that, but don't give any solid uh, knowledge or solid insight about any subject, and so kind of feel that they are just rubbish research. Just they can wait, they can get a grant and then get they can keep just publish some rubbish papers and then keep become assistant professor, associate professor, professor, academia, or progress all the time. So it's not a interesting. It, so it's not a. It's not a respect for at all. It's just a normal job doing this and doing that. Don't have any takeaways. Just saying what their research is about. Just like oh, what I'm doing about. Oh, I walked 100 meters along this road and 100 meters along that road, and didn't say any insight at all. I'm pretty tired today. I have worked for in the 5 hours in the seminar, and then after the seminar, I meet my part-time job. Uh, part-time job. I'm so tired.